It's a great day, a beautiful day, the kind of day that makes me want to say, I'm glad that I'm alive, I'm happy to be me, and that's the way it should be. I am glad that I'm alive, I'm happy to be me, and that's the way it should be. This is one very fun song I love to sing when I was teaching preschool learners. I love the song more than the children. It just can't leave my head. Welcome back to today's session. How you doing? Hope you're learning. Hope you are going back to do some more researches. Hope you are bringing in your A game this session. I trust you. I know I have smart teachers following me right here, and I trust that you do an excellent job this coming session. So one of our previous video, I mentioned about assessment. I mentioned about the three types of assessment: the diagnostic assessment, the formative assessment, and the summative assessment. So today I want to mention something related to assessment, and this is called assessment for learning. Assessment for learning is more like the formative assessments, like I mentioned in the previous video. Assessment for learning is an ongoing assessment that is telling the learner, this is where the learner is. Where is the learner is right now? Where is the learner supposed to be? What do you think you need to do to get the learner to where he's supposed to be, or she is supposed to be? So assessment for learning is more like a circle. It's a form of assessment that provides feedback from teacher to student and using different tools of assessment. Assessment for learning is a type of assessment that allows the learner owns his or her learning. The learner is aware of, oh, this is where I am. This is what I know. This is what I want to know. And at the end of the day, this is what I've learned. So assessment for learning is a way for the teacher and the students to be able to exchange feedback, evaluations on what the lesson is doing, and whatever it is that the feedback that the teacher gets, the teacher puts into good use and is still using it ongoing for the lesson. You should to close the gap wherever there is a learning gap for a particular student. So for assessments for learning, the children are aware of the learning goals. They are aware of, okay, this is what we are trying to achieve in this lesson. They are aware of the criteria. They are aware of the criteria. How will I know if I have achieved this learning goal? So they can also assess themselves and give a feedback to the teacher. This is how far I've gone. However, I didn't get to this point and I didn't get to this point. So with that, the teacher is able to create, find a way to build the learning gap, to close the learning gap. So assessments for learning is more informal. It's not documented. It's not about, you got 80 over, assessments for 80 over 100 rather. Assessment for learning also helps us when we're grading. When we're grading the children's work, we give feedback to the children. This was an excellent work. However, you mixed up the concept at number 3 and number 4. So now the child understands that, oh, I did very well here. However, here I'm mixing up the concept. The child has gotten feedback from the teacher on where he or she has messed it up, and that way the child is able to know that, okay, next time this is what I'm going to do better. That's the child owning his or her learning. That is one of the beautiful things about assessment for learning. One of the benefits of assessments for learning is helps improve the outcomes of the learners. They are aware of what they are supposed to do, so they know what they can do better next time to get to the success criteria that we've already listed out from the beginning of the lesson or from the beginning of the class. Assessments for learning help learners to be able to have a clear idea of what is expected of them. They have a clear idea of what the teacher wants them to do. They have a clear idea of what they should be able to achieve at the end of the lesson. Assessment for learning also helps to build the learner's confidence. They are so confident when when you know something. You know the level of confidence that you have, especially when you are the teacher celebrates you in the whole of the class, even if the teacher does not. That level of confidence, it helps to build the children's morale. The children that are well aware of their learning, they know that, oh, this particular topic, this was a success criteria, this was a lesson objective. Yes, I achieved the lesson objective. They are more confident. Learning becomes something interesting for them, since you know how life is now, when you pass a particular order, when you are able to surpass a particular level, there's a level of confidence that you can just say, bring more, I'm able to do it. If I could do that one, I could do this, I can give it a try, even if I don't do excellently well. So AfL helps to build learners' confidence. AfL is a beautiful tool that helps to build learners' confidence. AfL also helps to build good teacher-student relationship, because feedback they are being given not basically about grading and grading. Oh, it's 80 over 100, it's 10 over 100. Oh, it's about the B. It's not about the grading for the AfL. AfL is about helping the children close the learning gap. It's more about closing the learning gap. It's not about giving grades. So the children are aware that it's not just about grading. It's about me making sure that the teacher making sure that I am actually learning. So AfL builds independent learners. If you want your children to be independent, let them know. AfL is a beautiful tool to build independent children. They need to be aware that this is where we're going. This is where I am. And these are the things I need to do to get to where we're going. And we are all going there together. So we need to keep that at the back of our mind. AfL is a very beautiful tool. Assessment for learning, ongoing. It's not we're waiting we grade all the exam. It's not we're waiting for tests. No, ongoing. There you are supporting the children wherever they need the help. Ongoing, more about feedback. They can assess themselves. They can do peer-to-peer assessment. You can do a task whereby they check each other's work, and they are able to assess and have a discussion, group discussions. That way the class is a bit more lively. It's not like you're the almighty of the class. You're facilitating learning. That's the right keyword that teachers are supposed to do. We're facilitating learning. Please feel free to adopt AfL in your teaching and your learning processes. It makes the world easy. It makes the learners beautiful. It makes them love learning. And trust me, they won't forget that teacher. They were able to put them through that this is where you are, this is where I want you to be, and this is what you need to do. And it builds resilience in children. So let me share some basic tools of AfL for you. AfL use good questioning skills. And you are able to level that, there are levels to questioning, right? Maybe I'll do a video on that very soon. So AfL use good questioning tools to get feedback from the children. AfL also use self-assessment and also peer assessment. So self-assessment is I assess myself. I'm saying the honest truth. I don't know how you got this answer, but I understand this first part. The child can put it out there. I understand this first part. I don't understand this first part. I don't even know if I'll be able to get the final answer. That's self-assessment. Peer assessment is, okay, I'm done with my work. The next child that is right beside me is going to assess my work and tell me where I missed it. The next child is going to tell me the strategies that I need to take, or the steps that I missed, the steps that I omitted. So you can be able to know that, okay, I got it wrong here. This is what to do next time. So that way, that is peer-to-peer assessment. So those are the 3 tools that I know that they are good, and you can adopt them for AfL in your classes and your teaching and learning processes. I hope that you've learned something, and I look forward to your feedback and comments in the comment section. Bye for now.